Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Manchester United have lost 3-2 at the Emirates. Absolutely gutted with the final result after it started so well for Manchester United with Marcus Rashford's goal early on in the game giving us a lead. But unfortunately, United lost the game in the end. And I've got to say, we only have ourselves to blame. I think, look, we missed Casemiro massively today. And ultimately, when you're playing Scott McTominay in midfield in a top of the table clash, you're going to have problems. But when you look at it, we had Wout Weghorst up top, Scott McTominay in midfield, basically a Burnley striker and a Burnley midfielder. It was always going to be difficult. But I feel tactically and in the second half, we allowed Arsenal so much time on the ball, so much space, so much opportunity to be able to score. And you could, when that goal went in, the third goal, the second for Nketiah, you were sitting there and you were thinking, this was coming. This goal was coming because we allowed them back into the game. Now, it could be fatigue. It could be the lack of having that Casemiro in front of the defence and having McTominay and Fred running around like headless chickens, hiding from the ball, not doing enough. But you've got to do better. And I feel like the manager has to take some responsibility for that as well. Is in-game management in this. Look, I'm delighted with the way, the manager and the direction that Manchester United are going in. And I think, when you see Casemiro get suspended and you see Rashford go down and Martial injured, and those things cause us huge problems. Whenever, Rashford goes down, we all hold our breath. We haven't got Martial, we haven't got a striker, and we haven't got Casemiro, we haven't got a DM. These are positions we have to fill. We have to fill the squad as well. But ultimately, I feel like we allowed them back into that, especially in the second half. At 2-2, it was kind of like we tried to hold on to a draw, and with the momentum that they've got at the moment, with the pressure that they were allowed to build, with the home fans, we allowed that to happen. And we can only have ourselves to blame. Marcus Rashford's goal, by the way, absolutely phenomenal goal. Arguably our goal of the season so far. Is 17th of the season in 28 games. We'll probably forget about it because it's come in a game where we've lost now. But an absolutely incredible goal from him. Sent Thomas Partey to the shot for a Ribena. Sent him out, I don't know what he done to him, he twisted him up. Took a shot, Ramsdale had no chance, 1-0 United. But then we allowed them back into the game immediately. 7 minutes it took them to equalise. And guess what? Wan-Bissaka falling asleep on the back post. I think there were occasions today where Wan-Bissaka did well and he made his challenges and all that kind of thing. But he fell asleep on the back post, and we've seen him do that too many times. I also think for the goal, the third goal from Nketiah, is given Zinchenko way too much time and down that side. He's very good at making the tackles, but he backs off and he backs off and he backs off so much at times that he gives opponents space and time on the ball to create things and cause problems for United. And then he falls asleep on the back post like we've seen him do on many occasions. So Nketiah gets the equaliser. It's 1-1 at half time. United managed to get some possession just before half time. We looked a little bit better on the ball. But still, whenever Arsenal went for it, we sat off them and we sat off them. We were clearly trying to do something on the break, but we couldn't work it. Then they get their goal, their second goal from Saka. Okay, it looks like a good goal when you see, it's a good shot from the edge of the box. But Christian Eriksen's backed off. And you could argue, I'd have to see it again, should David De Gea be doing better with that? I don't think that should be going in. I don't think we should be allowing the player to get his shot away. And he definitely, I don't know if that should be going in. Should he be saving that? And I just felt, again, it's poor, it's preventable. All our goals today, preventable. You could argue the same for the goals Arsenal conceded, but I don't care about them. I'm a United fan. Preventable. Wan-Bissaka, don't fall asleep on the back post. Christian Eriksen, put a fucking challenge in. Do you know what I mean? And I have felt like Christian Eriksen, I know we haven't had the players, I think if Casemiro starts today, maybe Eriksen doesn't start and we start Fred next to him. Because I have seen he's getting assists and he's doing well in the attacking sense. But in terms of the all-round combative side of a play that midfielders have to do, I think he's been showing some fatigue, and I think that showed today. But look, we managed to get an equaliser 6 minutes after. Probably undeserved, but we get it. Lisandro Martinez, Ramsdale flaps at a corner. Mistake by the goalkeeper. But Martinez has to do a lot with that, and he manages, the header, he kind of takes a bit off it while also putting height on it and being able to get it under the post. I thought it was an incredible header by Lisandro Martinez, his first goal. for Man United. But then we took off Anthony for Fred, which, look, I was asking for Fred to come on in the midfield, and I kind of thought he would come on for Anthony. I thought Anthony did okay today, a few good moments from him. But then when Fred come on, you're going to get, he's so Jekyll and Hyde, Fred. You don't know what you're going to get. And today we got the headless chicken that's running around, not making a challenge. He's late to everything. You've got McTominay in the midfield next to him getting overrun. Look, McTominay works hard, he tries hard, all those kind of things, cool. Ultimately, he's not good enough. He's not good enough for Man United. We played against Charlton, he got bossed against them. If Newcastle want him, let him take him, cool. He's not good enough for Man United. And that's ultimately where, that's what I've been saying, people. United aren't in a title challenge this season. Casemiro's out, we've got McTominay still. Martial's out, who have we got? No one. Because as hard as Weghorst worked today, he's not good enough, do you know what I mean? He's not going to be the guy to make the difference for Man United, which is why we're bringing him on loan from Burnley. And I just thought, once we went to 2-2, you know, there would have been a little bit of nerves in the ground if we could have got hold of the ball, got hold of possession. But we allowed them to build, we allowed them to get more confident, we allowed them to press more. And I don't know, I just don't know, man. We just brought that onto us. Wan-Bissaka again, allowing Zinchenko too much time. He plays Nketiah onside. He looked miles offside when I first saw it. I thought this is surely going to get ruled out. But then you see Wan-Bissaka's playing him onside. Poor man. And look, I think ultimately the manager set us up to kind of just invite the pressure. Maybe it's because we're lacking certain players. Maybe it's fatigue of all the fixtures. We had that midweek game and all that. But I don't know. I thought we got it wrong in that second half. We got it wrong. Look, ultimately, I think Ten Hag's moving us in the right direction. There's not much to be worried about, do you know what I mean? And this unbeaten run's come to an end. We have to start fresh, go on another one. We got Forest coming up, Reading in the Cups, then we got Palace at home, then we got a couple of Leeds games, we got Barcelona. Games are coming up that are winnable. So there's no reason why we can't go on another run, and I wouldn't back against us doing that. But I just felt today in those 90 minutes, we got it wrong. We had the opportunities, especially when we went 1-0 up. We allowed them back into the game too soon. They get 2-1 up. We get a bit fortunate with the equaliser, but then you got to make do with your luck. And once we went 2-2, we just sat off them. I don't think we even really had much on the counter-attack. And yeah, disappointed with the result. Disappointed to let them get 3 points when they mean so much to them. Especially now they pull a little bit further away from us. But like I said, we were never in a title race. If I want to see anyone win the league, it's not Man City. They'll go 3 in a row. As much as I hate Arsenal, and I fucking hate Arsenal, especially their fans, I'd rather see them win it than City, but you don't want them cunts celebrating like that. Disappointing, man. But how good was Rashford's goal? Shame we won't remember that fondly now. His first goal at the Emirates as well. Missed opportunity, that, man. We let them back into the game, man. We really did. Idiotic. But I didn't expect much. When I see Weghorst leading the line and I see Scott McTominay in midfield, they're Burnley players, both of them, and it showed. Bring back Casemiro ASAP. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in a bit.